Only if there's a major slowdown in the economy, particularly if there's a contraction of money supply, probably the biggest issue. But frankly, the start of the year has been strong. All of the economic indicators are very good in China at the moment, so we're pretty sure we're going to exceed 2 million units.
Are you concerned at all that the property market curbs on mortgages and financing and lending could spill over to the auto market, or is financing still a very small portion of your
No, there's no question that two of the leading indicators we look at are the real estate market and the stock market. If they slow, that will lead to a slow in the auto market. Not from a financing perspective, but just from a general confidence level. So we're watching those, but at the moment we don't think there's any major storms on the horizon.
Are you seeing any indication? No, I know March was a great number, up what, 68% from last year. Are you going to see that pace of growth slow down a little bit?
We'll see the rate of growth slow down because we had a very strong end to the year, as you indicated. But April's continued to be very strong. Our order intake's strong, so we know that May's going to be strong as well. So in China, you take 2 or 3 months at a time, and it's looking good at the moment.
Are you at the high or low end of the estimates as far as industry growth? Some say it's going to be 14.5 million vehicles, according to J.D. Power, but others are saying it could be 16, 17 million industry-wide. What are you looking at?
Our number at the moment is 15.5 with a potential to get up to 16. So we think that we'll blow through 14.5. Pretty sure we'll do that.
I see the cars that you're launching here, the Sail, the Spark, small cars. Are you still concentrating on the small cars here? There is talk, though, that the sales tax is going to go back up to 10% this year, that the government might.
Well, we don't think that's going to change the trend towards smaller cars in China, and that's a global trend, to be honest. So the cars that we introduced today, we think are terrific for the consumers in China. A lot of people are getting into car purchase for the first or the second time, so they want cars that are smaller and cheaper. We can provide cars in that segment. Equally on Buick, we have a fantastic range of Buick cars that are a little larger in size, but the Regal is a downsized car from what it was when it was introduced 8 years ago. So we think there's a general downsizing trend in cars, and our job is to put out the most attractive ones for people to buy.
11 new models in the China market this year?
Yeah, so 25 over this year and next year. So we're continuing to push hard with new models.
How much are you going to spend in the China market this year?
In terms of advertising, capital expenditure,
yeah.
We're spending in excess of $1 billion in total expenditure. That includes capital and product development.
We've spoken to BNP Paribas. There's some concerns that the dealers, they've done dealer checks about excess inventories because all the automakers have really ramped up production. Are you seeing that? Is there an excess inventory problem? Are you having any overcapacity problems?
No.
Issues?
We've got the reverse of both of those. Our dealers don't have enough cars, and we can't build enough cars. So we're okay. I can't speak for the other manufacturers or dealers, but we're okay.
On that note, GM for the third straight month had more deliveries in China than in the U.S. Is this a trend that's here to stay?
I don't know about that because the US is in the middle of the worst recession they've had for a long time. They're going to come out of that, and they'll come out of that at a differing pace to China. So if you get a situation where China has a slowdown and the US picks up its speed, those numbers will turn over again. So don't pay a lot of attention to it. I don't think it's necessarily a permanent trend, but it's an indication that the two big players in the market today are China and the US, and we've got to win in both.